Okay, so for the second card, we're using the same floral die cut, but cut out of a different color paper. So that's fun. All right. So for the card here, we are going to be layering just that burgundy piece right behind the floral. The back side is a really cool, beautiful paper. So I stamped Hello Friend only on the one side because I really love this color palette for today. So if you wanted to use the other side, which would also be super fun, you're probably just going to have to, stamp something else or maybe design your own, just idea. There's lots of options there. Okay, but here we go. So we're just going to start out by gluing that on. And yes, this is real. We're actually gluing this on. So often I am like, yeah, glue it on. And then right about here, I'm like, oh, no, don't glue it on. Mistake. So hilariously, that's obviously not what we're doing this time. Okay, this is the ribbon. There's only one ribbon. All right. So now this piece is going to go on here. I didn't really glue that super straight, but that's okay. All right, so we have our little Hello Friend card. Come along. Now, one thing I did notice when I was doing this, and I was like, oh, this is so fun. I love this color palette. I really do love the burgundy and the pink. So fun. I did notice, of course, that the flower is a rose and this is not. So now you know. Now we all can pay attention to it. I couldn't believe it, but that's okay. So sometimes that's life. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to cut the top of this off. Oh, I would say it's maybe 1/2 inch. And then we're going to, oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, we're making a window box because this is what the flower is kind of, sticking out of, which I thought would be kind of fun. So we're only going to be cutting a diagonal edge on one side, okay? So it doesn't really matter how steep, how steep your angle is, because the window box is going to be kind of sticking out of the edge. I kind of wanted it to kind of be like, oh, flower, kind of fun. Oh, however, I had thought that the flower was dangling this direction, which would have been perfect, but it's not. It's dangling this direction, or growing up, rather. So that's okay too. We'll go with it. All right. So I think about how I want to do this because, of course, my window box here, I can only put so much because the, flower's going to grow off the edge, which we can't have that. Let's see what the flower would look like that. Oh, that's kind of fun, actually. Let's go with it. All right, so we're going to cut the top of this off. I know we did it. All right, now we're going to glue the window box topper back on, okay? So this is just going to that little lip in the window box. All right, so it's going to be flush up against the edge. I'm going to go up as far up as you can. Actually, I don't need to go that far up because it doesn't need to be a super tall window box, right? We don't want our flowers to go off the top edge, okay? Oh, is my box straight? Or my lip straight, rather? Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to be putting our little ribbon around it just to add a little bit of texture. For this purpose, I'm definitely going to use my double-sided tape because whenever I try to stick ribbon on, it's always just so much faster if you have some double-sided tape. So double-sided tape, you just stick that on, wrap it around the front, and you're going to stick it onto the back. All right, so there we have our little window box with the little ribbon. So fun, so cute. All right, now, since I already have the double-sided tape on, it doesn't make sense to add glue at this point. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to stick our little flower sprigs in the window box. Now there's no point in trying to hide any of the little leaves there, and I really liked this idea. I'm not sticking it on right now, okay? I'm just holding it in place to kind of see how my little flowers might be kind of hanging over the edge. I like this idea of the little curly Q kind of hanging over the Hello Friend. I think that's kind of sweet. But I want to fill my window box, so that's what the rest of these little sprigs are for. See, isn't that perfect? And I like they kind of overlap a little bit. All right, now we're going to put our little window box kind of flush up against the edge here. And I'm leaving the little burgundy border, but I did go up against the edge of the pink. All right, now we're just going to go ahead and stick that in place. All right, so again, not like a super difficult card, but I think it's really sweet. I'm going to go ahead and just add a tiny little bit of glue on the back side. of this little sprig and part of the flower there. So then that way I can kind of pull up my flower. I always like to do that, add a little bit, you know, add a little bit of fun to that. And I'm going to just glue down my flower here, this flower completely. And I'm going to glue down part of the sprig, so I'm going to leave the leaves loose. So that way, they can, again, they can add a little bit of dimension there. All right, so again, it's not a super difficult card, but it is really cute. I think that turned out kind of fun. Isn't that sweet? Oh, I love that. Just like the little idea of the little window box. The only thing is if I had some ink, or if you have some ink, you can add a little bit of ink to just add a little bit of texture, or if you have a little bit of watercolor. Oh, my watercolors are in the other room. I'm probably not going to add any watercolor. What do I have at this exact moment that I could add in? Do I have anything? Let's see. What do I got? What do I got? Oh, I know. It's just ridiculous. But sometimes you never know what you got laying around. No, I won't do it. But if you have any watercolors, you can do some watercolors on the bottom and along the edge of the lip. I might go back in and add that later. I think the one thing I will add, just because I want a little bit of contrast, is I'm going to take a pen and just do a line right here underneath my window box. I'm just going to do a little bit of lining right here along the bottom. I know I just grabbed like a pen that I had like kind of laying around, but I just need to add a little bit of shadow. It's just driving me crazy. I know this is just a random technique that I do, but I think it does add just a little bit. It just gives it a little bit more definition. So I just did barely sketch, just a tiny little bit of a line, and then a couple little lines here and a little line at the bottom. I know it doesn't add very much, but it definitely gives it more separation. It just needs more of a shadow. If you're looking for that kind of idea, you could grab just a plain old pen, because that's the pen I have laying right in my craft room right now. The craft room is not well supplied. Everything is at the store. So, anyways, there we are. There's the cards. I hope you had fun. Alright, you guys. Have a fun day. I'll see you later.